Welcome back, everybody. We're now with Joseph Semprevivo, live from Florida. Joseph is the former president and CEO of Joseph's Light Cookies, a family-owned sugar-free cookie business, and former New Mexico State Economic Development Commissioner. He owns Joseph's Premier Real Estate, Semprevivo Ranch, and he currently sits on the board of directors for Job Creators Network. He is an adjunct professor of finance, business, marketing, real estate, and insurance at Indian River State College, recognized as Outstanding Adjunct Professor of the Year, and the author of the award-winning #1 best-selling book, Madness, Miracle, Millions, which link will be down below in the description. Joseph holds a master's degree in finance, marketing, management, international real estate development, and personal development from Florida International University and New Mexico State University. Married, with 7 children, Joseph has created and sold numerous companies throughout the years. At the age of 9, Joseph was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. After reading a newspaper article that included symptoms of diabetes, he asked to be tested, and the blood work results were analyzed, and doctors told his parents that he would be lucky to live past the age of 17. In 1986, he founded Joseph's Light Cookies after his father, Larry, knowing how badly Joseph wanted to eat cookies again, experimented until he perfected the perfect sugar-free oatmeal cookie. It was Joseph's first cookie in 7 years, and I'm told it was amazing. He begged his father to make more flavors, and from their little kitchen in New Mexico, they began baking 170 sugar-free cookies a day and brought them to local grocery stores and businesses for people to sample. Prior to the sale of Joseph's Light Cookies, the company baked millions of cookies a day and made other diabetic-friendly products such as sugar-free pancake syrup. The cookies were found in numerous countries and nationwide in stores such as Dollar Tree, Big Lots, health food stores, and major grocery chains. Joseph has appeared on Fox Business, Fox News, CNBC, CNN, PBS, C-SPAN. He's even testified before a U.S. Congress Ways and Means Subcommittee on Social Security. Mr. Semprevivo is a contributor for the Wall Street Journal, The Hill, Washington Examiner, Forbes Business Council, Inside Source, and a host of other publications. So I would like us all to welcome Joseph. Joseph, I understand you're going to be discussing pivoting, particularly in an age of uncertainty. Is that correct?
That's absolutely right, Tyler, and thanks for the wonderful introduction. I couldn't have said it better myself. Pivoting for success in small business is absolutely critical. Sometimes, we feel like we're on our own little island and that we don't have other individuals that are experiencing what we're experiencing. And really that's underscored today in COVID-19 SARS-2. We've experienced things that we could never imagine. I mean, oftentimes when you draft a business plan and you put together all the positives and the potential pitfalls in business, we never thought of a national viral or a global viral outbreak to interrupt our business. What's really the issue today, we have enough challenges. I mean, how do we come up with the revenue? How do we replace the revenue that we lost during COVID-19? And the state governor shutting down our businesses. Why is a Walmart open? Why is a Lowe's open and not our small business? Why isn't there a level playing field between us and these big corporate Fortune 100 companies? How do we recoup that income? I mean, when you're talking, if you're a small restaurateur and you go to open up, but McDonald's is open, you're not. How do we recoup that business when we're only running at a 25%? We're going to talk about pivoting so we can become successful once again and really replace that lost revenue. But first, we have to look at our team members, our employees. When the state government is dangling a carrot of $600 a week and saying, stay home, employee, and your employer doesn't have to pay you, but you're going to be making standard average wages of $385 a week, plus a bonus of $600 a week to stay home. Now, how does we, the small business owners, bring them back to work? And that's the big challenge. So I want to first address that because we can't replace revenue without employees, and we can't do all the jobs ourselves because it's truly a team. And we can't pivot to success until we bring our full team back, like a football team, a baseball team, a basketball team. We can't operate it as a quarterback when we don't have somebody to receive the ball or run with the ball. So the first way of doing that is we offer the job benefits back to the team by saying, hey, join us. We want you to be rehired. If you're on a furlough, we want to bring you back. And they may politely refuse. Hey, I'm making almost $1,000 a week staying home, when the average wage in the United States is $935 a week. Why would they want to come back to us at $980 when they're making $985 and we're paying them $935 a week? One tool that we have in our war chest is to contact the State Department of Labor or the local Department of Labor or Workforce Solutions, depending on the name in your state, and saying, I have given a written offer for them to join our team and join our employment back. If they refuse, they lose their benefits. Help giving them a nudge to come back to the workforce. Then we get to assemble our team back. And I know this sounds difficult because this is like a family. You know, our team members are family members to us. But I'll tell you, based on my experience, when we started our company, my parents were restaurateurs and they lost everything. They went on their very first vacation. Granted, it wasn't a virus, but they went on their very first vacation in 30 years to come back to an empty restaurant. Everything was taken out. $18,000 worth of food was charged to the food purveyors. And my parents were on the hook to pay that back. It got so bad for my mom and my dad that my mom and dad didn't have enough money to pay for my insulin and pay for food for themselves. They wanted to keep the 3 kids fed, so my parents were skipping meals, all to take care of their kids. We know what it's like to go through hard times. And I know what it's like on your end, suffering, thinking, how am I going to have this company survive when we're running at 25% income and our expenses haven't really changed? They're just as high as they were prior to the COVID-19 virus. So the first step is we assemble our team. We know the ammo and what's in our war chest. But we assemble the team and we reach out to all of our customers through social media, through phone calling, through emailing, through text messaging, any method necessary to let our customers and our clients know we care about them. And we want them to support a good old American company that's local, that stimulates the local economy. And it's going to be tough. It's not easy. But what's easy in life? If this was easy, you would have never been one of the 31 million small business owners that employs the 60 million people in our country, which, by the way, makes up 99% of all employees are employed by small business owners. That's you. You're a fighter. We're fighters. And if it was easy, we would have never done it. Like most small business owners would have never done it. We have to be fighters. We have to find a way to make our business succeed, because without us, there's no economy. And that's what I have to say to each and every one of you. We have to think positively. We have to think to be successful. We have to pivot these trying times, these negative moments, into successful moments. Becoming opportunistic. What are we offering in our business right now that customers want? Now's the time to truly check every single item we sell. We didn't grow from 177 cookies to 12 million cookies a day because we didn't know what our customers wanted. I constantly reached out to our individual customers. I answered the telephone call. Individual customers were calling. And I asked them, are you satisfied with our product? Are you happy with what we do? Are you happy with our price points? What you're paying for our product? What can I do to better serve you? I've went through multiple corrections. The dot-com bust, 2008, this recent correction. I've sold businesses, my limo company, my cookie company, my peanut butter company, coffee company, syrup company. I've sold those all throughout different times. And some of our businesses were through a recession. And the one key thing we always have to keep in mind, and that is, what does our clients and our customers want? And are we serving our clients and our customers? That is access in our economy today. Now, how do things look down the pipeline? Things are going to be fantastic. And what we're going to see greater than ever before is a manufacturing boom and an opportunity for all businesses in our country. We're going to have an industrial revolution again. You're going to find companies that are in China and in other countries come back to the United States. That means rental income may go up, real estate will improve, which it's doing fantastic even today. They're going to rely on small businesses in our economy to be their vendors and their suppliers. When I say they, I mean those manufacturers coming back to the United States. There's going to be a fantastic opportunity for our country and for all small business owners and big business owners alike. And that means we have to be prepared for that. We have to review our financial statements. We have to review our product lines. We have to cut those losing product lines and focus on new lines. We have to survey our customers and our customers' need and want, and what can we provide to satisfy their needs and wants. And be prepared for the next greatest economic boom that our country and our company can ever withstand. And Tyler, I heard that you might have some questions for me as well.
Well, I do actually. They stated that we need to think to be successful. We need to have that successful mindset. What are some of the strategies that you have adopted, particularly with your story, the adversity that you would have faced initially? How were you able to think success on those early stages starting out?
That's a really fantastic question. You know, it really starts out with mentality and psychology. So I always would think of something positive. I would think of where I would want to be and what I've already accomplished. So a simple thing, wake up in the morning and think of one of my closes that I did this week, one of the successes the company reached this week. So I wanted to get a Dollar Tree on the phone, and we got Dollar Tree on the phone, and now we started conversations with Dollar Tree. That was a huge success, to just merely get a Fortune 500 company on the phone that's a buyer. That's huge. We think of success as getting the actual purchase order, but we have to have little micro baby steps along the way to reach that success. So to me, it's getting a contact, getting a phone number, reaching out and getting them on the phone, finding out what they're looking for, their wants and needs, satisfying their wants and needs, having that conversation, having a timeline, filling out their paperwork. These are all baby steps that we have to make. And so every morning I would share this with the HR department. I would share this with the accounts receivable, accounts payable department. We all have our internal successes. So I'd say, if it's accounts receivable, Getting that person who owes us money on the phone or to respond via email, that's a success. That's a win. Then getting them to pay us, even if it's a payment plan, that's a success. That's a win.
Now, one of the things that I
Getting
like
accounts
about
payable person in my company sorry.
Oh, no, I didn't mean to cut you off. It's partly because we're on Zoom, wonderful technology right now. So I'm looking for those pauses, but you had actually mentioned something earlier in the interview as well, and then you've reiterated it just now around mindset. So right now we're talking business owner mindset and seeing some of those successes. But I'd like to discuss a little bit about the psychology of our employees right now, because you had pointed out they're currently in some states, depending on where they are, you could be looking at a labor force that is incentivized to stay home. Well, what can we do to change that mindset or to re-incentivize our employees to come back and work with us and have that family back, as you had mentioned?
So that's a great point. One of the big successes is driven by our team members. Is to make $985 a week on average instead of $935 on week on average based on pay from their employer. They're going to choose that extra $50 a week to stay home. Oftentimes, that's not always the case. One of the incentives, believe it or not, is to inform, to reach out, communicate with our team members that are staying home, that there can and will be a tax liability on those wages that they're making from the state to stay home. They don't know that. And when you convey to them, did you know you may have a gigantic tax bill? The Democrat wants to extend the July 31st ending date on that extra $600 a week bonus to the end of the year. So conveying to them, to those team members, do you know by the end of the year, if you're making this additional wage, you're going to be hit with a lump sum tax bill? Forget about getting money back from Uncle Sam next year. You're going to have a gigantic tax bill. Whereas if you join you rejoin our firm, what's going to happen is we're going to pay you. We're going to take those taxes out every week or every 2 weeks for payroll and pay that tax bill for you. So you're not going to owe $3, $5, $8, $10, $12,000 next year in a gigantic lump sum. You're going to be able to have no bill, and you'll probably get your money back again like you always have when you file your taxes. So one of the things that we want to do is motivate you and help protect you by withholding those taxes for you, by paying Social Security and matching Social Security and Medicare for you by coming back and joining the workforce. By the way, if I extend your employment opportunity and you refuse it, did you know that you lose those benefits? They drop you altogether. So I want you to be able to have future opportunities by coming back to work now and not have a big tax lump sum owed if you refuse to come back to work. And that, Tyler, is how we kind of address that with our team. We incentivize them by allowing them to know that they're going to owe taxes. And we incentivize them by allowing them to know if we offer you employment and you refuse it, you lose your benefits.
Well, and I think it's an excellent strategy that you've employed, because you're really empowering your employees through education. And I think the more they know, the better off they can be when they're making those decisions, because as you said, they may not have all the facts, and it's rewarding to hear that you've got that. So we've discussed now, the business owner, we've discussed the employees, with which the business owner couldn't run the business without those employees, but we also need the customers. And you had talked, you'd said a great thing actually it's a great philosophy. What can I do to better serve you? And you were talking about some strategies to reach out and really learn what your customers' needs are. There is a possibility, in fact, a large possibility, that our customers' needs may have shifted in the last 2 or 3 months. So what are some quick strategies that you have to really canvas your customer base, find out what your clients are looking for and what their needs are to make sure that you're still serving them?
Excellent point. Some of the things, if you could survey monkey the clients, if you have email lists or Facebook contacts, you can survey monkey. But the key is we need to incentivize individuals to take surveys, right? And a lot of people don't want to take surveys. It's my time, it's my energy. What am I getting for it? So we offer them a coupon at our business for taking Survey Monkey, for doing a Survey Monkey of what their new needs are, what are their new wants, what is going to drive them back to the business. If you have a retail clothing shop and you say, hey, what are you looking for? What do you want? What's going to get you into the door of our business again? And they respond back about cleanliness. We want to do anywhere between 5 and maybe 8 questions at the most. Keep it within 2-3 minutes. And when we do that, we offer them $5 off for a $20 purchase or a $25 purchase. We want to get them back into the door, but we want to collect that valuable data. So we offer them coupons. We collect the data. Some of them are going to want the discounts. Some are going to want it to know cleanliness. And we offer them a free bottle of hand sanitizer. Or we make it funny and we offer them 2 rolls or 3 rolls of toilet paper to come back in because they can remember the shortage of toilet paper. Even still today at retailers, there's a shortage of toilet paper rolls. Come in, spend $25, get your 3 free rolls of toilet paper. You make it funny, they remember your name, and they'll want to come back in. But from that survey to find out what they want. And that's what we can do. It's those discounts, those extra products, hand sanitizers, to get them into the door, and finding out, are you looking for a different kind of product? What kind of product are you looking for? Do you want me to change my style? I haven't seen you in the last 2 to 3 months. I want to let you know this is what we're doing for security and safety. We're wiping down all the countertops, the hangers, the tables where you're sitting to eat. You're 6 feet apart if it's a restaurant or a cafe or a coffee bar when you go to sit down to eat. We want to share with them what we're doing to keep it clean. We have a greeter at the front door that opens the door regardless of the style of business. We open the door for you. And I'm there with a happy, smiling face to greet you and to smile and to welcome you. And every single team member, whether it's a server or it's a retailer, has a little name tag, even though if it's printed with the sticker at the door so they know that person when they come in and they're being greeted by a person where they know that person's name.
I love those strategies. And in the spirit of welcoming people, I want to thank you again for giving your time to our audience and sharing some really, really insightful knowledge. So thank you so much for being here. And if our audience wants to reach out to you and find out more, how can they reach you?
They can go to jprellc.com. That's my real estate website. Or they can text me or call me at 772-321-1114. And I'm always available 7 days a week.
Excellent. Well, on behalf of everybody here, Joseph, thank you so much for your time. Joseph Semprevivo, we are eternally grateful. So thank you for offering all of the insight that you did.